Hi, everyone. This is Marina with How I Got Here. I have a guest here. To me, it would be a special guest. His name is Yomar Jean. At least that's what his friends call him. Of course, we met on Instagram, and like we always say, October 7th massacre, unfortunately, as even if it was the worst thing that I would say happened to Jewish people since the Holocaust, but it actually brought everybody together in such a way that I don't think anybody can actually take that away from us. Now we're a much bigger family, we're a much bigger and stronger community than ever before. And this interview here will prove it. I've just connected with yo Mark Jean. How can I call you? Can I just say Mark Jean or how?
You could just call me Mark.
Mark. Okay, thank you. So I just seen your profile, I think social media exploded with I'm Jewish too, and this is my story and what's going on. And I just connected with you and you responded as soon as you had the chance. And thank you so much. We are complete strangers, of course, but you live in, you said that you was born in New York, but then you moved to Philly, and now you're in West Atlanta, right?
A city east of Atlanta, about two
East,
hours east.
east
Yeah.
of Atlanta. Thank you. So first of all, again, thank you so much for, being here. I really want the people to know your story and who you are. And I know that originally I actually thought you were actually Jewish from the very beginning, but you're actually a convert. And that's something I've never came across before. Can you tell me, I want people to know who you are and why you decided to convert. What's your story?
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So my name is D Mark Jean Team, but a lot of you guys know me as Yo Mark Jean. Um, we're actually still in the conversion process. We haven't finished yet. Eris is a very long process, but it's a good process, and I understand why it's so long. So crazy story. I married my wife 2 years ago, and that's where this whole conversion journey started.
Oh,
We came from Christianity. That's our background. My sister grew up. She's a longtime Seventh-day Adventist from the time she was born up until we left Christianity.
mhm.
And myself, I actually came from a cult. It's called Armstrongism, if you look
Oh,
it up online. But it's really just a bunch of Christians who think the Torah is valuable and they want to live by what the Torah has to say
mhm.
while still believing in the Christian religion.
Right.
So after we got married in June of 2021.
Mhm.
Me and my wife decided that we're gonna be some really good Christians, the best we could ever be. We're
Right.
gonna read our Bible every single day.
Right.
And for those of you who don't know, the Christian Bible has the Torah, the prophets, and the Christian book attached at the end.
Mhm.
So what we did was we decided we were gonna read every single day some of the Torah, and it just got to be a lot. So that's all we read. We didn't read the Christian book. We just read the Torah every day. All right, cool, cool. So after about a year of just reading the Torah and getting very familiar with what was in it, we started asking questions. And if you know anything about Christianity, the one thing you don't do is ask questions, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
So our pastor actually got upset that we were asking questions. He found out that now we believe there's only one God because that's what the Torah says.
Right.
And this is like a capital offense. This is something you cannot go around believing or saying. This is a
Wow.
huge deal. So he decides he wants to come visit our house. Me and my wife invited him over. We had no idea he was coming for this reason. We prepared some food and we're like, all right, we're gonna sit down on our path or get to know him. He comes in, it's him and another guy. He's very serious.
Mhm.
Me and my wife are like, okay, what's going on here? And he says something to the effect of, this is a very important thing. It's very serious that you don't believe in Jesus as God. This is the central guy for our religion. So enough back and forth to me saying, we don't really got to talk about this. I don't really want to go there. And him being firm on it, he eventually before he leaves, he goes and says, you know what? It's best if you just don't come back to our church. Me and my wife
Wow,
both think like we're like, whoa, wasn't expecting that at all. But okay, cool. So
wow.
that whole situation happens, and then you know what? Me and my wife are like, okay, we're gonna go find and follow the Torah some more. Okay, so we're gonna try this Messianic church. That seems like it's actually Jewish, right? Yeah, they still believe in Jew, but they're Jewish people, right? So
Okay.
we do that for about a few months, 5, 6 months. My wife and I eventually get to a point where we look at each other and we go, yeah,
Mm,
this whole thing's a lie. It's like we're out of here. We're getting out of here. This whole thing's fake. So eventually we call up our local Orthodox rabbi, Rabbi Zalman Fisher, and we're like, hey man, we want to come, we want to be a part of your synagogue. We want to learn whatever we can learn. So he said, great. 9:30 Shabbat morning is when we have services. We'll
okay.
see you. And the rest is, as they say,
History.
is
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, this is one of the things that I actually don't like about like religions. I wouldn't say every single one, but whenever somebody comes to a priest or a rabbi or anyone else, as children, we want to learn more and we don't want someone to like throw us out and just be like, okay, you can't be here or we can't help you. And that's actually, I mean, I guess in your situation, it helped you formulate your true, I don't know if it's identity or like your, at least your perception of what you want to believe in. Because, I mean, God bless your wife for actually doing it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's something that, I think every couple should do, you know, read some holy book, what pertaining to their religion, because it's how you grow. You get to talk to each other about what you just read. How long were the sessions with you and your wife when you guys were reading it?
like 2 hours.
I mean, that's how you connect, though. That's beautiful. So when you went to the rabbi, well, when you went to the synagogue, what was your experience there?
Honestly, it was good. I mean, of course, we were brand new. We
Mhm.
didn't know what was going on. We were so lost. New people. Everybody looks different to me.
Yeah, yeah,
But everybody
100%.
was welcoming, it was a very positive experience.
Mhm.
And then not to mention the food at the end. I mean, come on.
You can't say no to food,
You
100%.
know what I'm saying?
That's incredible. What about your children? I mean, I know your baby girl is super tiny, but your son, well, technically, are they automatic converts or no?
Well, yes. After we finished the Gayris, they would be like any other Jewish kid, they would at 12 or 13, they would decide if this is something that they want to continue, and then they will make that choice for
Right,
themselves.
right. That
Yep.
makes sense. Makes sense. And what about like your friends and family? How do they look at it?
Um, well, we, as my family, and then it's my wife's family.
Mhm.
So my mom is like super supportive of anything I want to do, which is great, it's amazing. So when I was telling her the whole process, I was open with her and transparent throughout the whole thing. She was like, yeah, fear God, serve God, and follow him to the Jew.
Mhm.
Well, that's great. She's like, yeah, I used to work with a lot of Jews back in New York, in Philadelphia. Yeah, I used to go to synagogue all the time. I was like, wow, I never knew.
Wow.
But she was super supportive. And my dad, he's like, well, they're the chosen people. Haitians and Jewish people have a lot in common. That's what he would say. Jewish people have a lot. My wife's mom, on the other hand, is like, she's not so supportive, but she's accepting.
Right.
But yeah, even my kids, when we went to the synagogue, honestly, they welcomed my kids before they welcomed us. They were like, oh, can I help?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And, that makes me feel welcome. Y'all like my kids, and then they had kids by my age, so my
Right.
kids. It was just overall great, man. It was like, because when you're like a lot of people, they feel like this is like some completely foreign thing, but if you believe in God and you like follow him, his people are your people, and
Exactly.
and if they're your people, hey, they're welcoming, they're kind. And honestly, I'm of the opinion if a person decides that they want to convert to Judaism and start, being with the Jewish people, they're probably got some Jewish history in their ancestry somewhere that they're probably not aware of. My rabbi was telling me, he's like, in the Talmud it says something to the effect of when a convert converts. So he's like, well, if why does it say when a convert converts? Why didn't he say when a non-Jew converts? Because
Uh,
he says, before he was a convert, he was already a convert, but something awakened that in him for him to decide to join the Jewish people. So,
right.
yeah.
I mean, that's interesting though. Even though, to be honest with you, I'm not a great Jew. I never really read the Torah. But like I said, October 7th woke everybody up. And not to say that I was different before, but like, I always respected other religions and other cultures. So I'm not religious. I'm neither nor there. Like I'm not an atheist and I'm not super crazy anything. I'm just Marina. I believe in a whole lot, that God has to offer, and I have a lot of integrity. So now it's like I've never wore Star of David ever in my life. So now it's just like now I want to, because I'm doing it for the voices of the people who can no longer speak on our behalf or their behalf. So I mean, it's an honor, to be honest with you. I'm so like your journey is incredible. Um, you can't even know from the little things that you start, the fact that because you could have been that man or husband who was like, you know what, I'm not really interested. You read, the Bible, and that's it. It could have really went another way. But because you respected her wishes and you spent 2 hours to read, I wish I did that. It's just,
Mhm.
maybe I'll come up with like a study group with my friends. So we'll take it from there. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful story. And um I really hope that this is not going to be the last time we speak. I do want to know more, your full conversion, because like I said, I've never met anybody who has. And it's beautiful. And I'm really happy that you was welcomed and that, you feel like this is your new home.
Yeah, it's amazing. From so many different cultures, so many different people. It's like I think that's probably one of the best parts of like, because when you walk in my local synagogue, I mean, I've got Moroccan Jews, I've got Brazilian Jews,
Mm.
Ashkenazi Jews, I've got where's everybody from? I've got Polish Jews, I've got Jews who survived the Holocaust.
Oh, wow.
Like I've got so many diverse kinds of people. And then when I go to Atlanta, I've got Nigerian Jews, Ethiopian Jews, Black Jews, and more Sephardic Jews, and Bukharian Jews, and so many different kinds of people. So it's hard not to feel at home when you got
Yeah.
everything.
No, we're really diverse, because everybody's like, no, Jewish people are like, the Hasidic ones, the Ashkenazi ones, the white ones. I'm like, no, they're not. They come in all shapes and sizes. It's not like it's just one type of people and that's it. No, I'm very, very happy that you came. If you want to share anything else about your life, anything. So for people to know, what do you do? What's your hobby?
So I mean, of course, a lot of you guys know me because I make music, and that's like probably my most popular endeavor.
Mhm.
Outside of that, I like playing chess. You know what I'm saying? My name is YoMarkGene on chess.com. And if y'all want to get this work, you can. I'll give it to you, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of fun. But outside of it, I work in the hospital, hence me having this shaved face. Y'all usually know me for having a full beard. But in the medical profession, I'm a respiratory therapist by trade. So I take your breath away and I give it back.
That's
We
amazing.
we were very busy during COVID, you know what I'm saying? And I actually work um in the hospital with a lot of other prominent Jews who are physicians in various capacities
Mhm.
at my local area. So it's cool to see how many Jewish people we got in the medical field too.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, we do believe in life after all. If we were anywhere else, I'd be like, what? Even though we really are all over the place, but still. How long is the process of it? How long until you'll be done with the full conversion?
Man, Bezrat Hashem tomorrow, but
Uh-huh.
realistically, it's probably gonna take like another year or two. Um, because my community is not a very big community. So I mean the base then might actually have me move to Atlanta. Um, so that might prolong the process. But if they're willing to work with me while where I'm at here, Bezrat Hashem, we should be done by like the end of 2024, top of 2025. Because we already we got a kosher kitchen.
Mm.
We walk the shul on Shabbat. We're not technically Shomer Shabbos because we got to break something every Shabbat, but
Yeah, yeah.
we're basically right there, and you know what I'm saying. We're Shomer Nagia, Shomer family purity laws and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it's basically on the base end of what my rabbis say. So, but Bezrat Hashem, end of 24, 2025.
Amen. Wow, that'd be so cool. We have to do another one. I want to know your story. We're definitely going to keep in touch. It's a beautiful story. I want people to know more about, Jewish religion is beautiful and can I say that it's pure?
Mhm.
It's original in its way. Like nobody made it up. Nobody, God himself shared that gift with us. And following, and honestly, people don't really have to agree. They can totally disagree if it's great or not. But at the end of the day, it's a very peaceful religion, and we love life. We love family. We're very family oriented communities, people, and we do come in all shapes and sizes. People should stop thinking that we don't. And to me, I'm really honored, even if I was never like into my people before, like, would come because I was all over the place. I was like, I love you and I love you. But now it's like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on being open to every single person because now I have to think twice. I'm actually like hurt from the way certain people are, not knowing anything about us, not even care, and just completely want to like eradicate the Jewish nation when like you don't get to decide that. So thank you so much for being here.
It's my
Like I
pleasure.
said, we're gonna keep in touch. I love your story. Your wife is not here, but thank you to your wife. I think, the fact that you listened to her is why you are where you are today. That's one of the best blessings, first of all, because I'm sure you know that. You appreciated your wife's opinion. You didn't, ignore her, and here you are. It's beautiful. You guys grew in so many different ways, I'm sure. The story is beautiful there as well. Like I said, listen, you're always welcome. My podcast is always available. And again, thank you so much for, sharing your little story. It's huge. You're like super humble about it too. Well, we went there and we went here. And, it's like, it speaks volumes. Even though, at the end of the day, you're still you and you're a person with integrity, a person who's on the humanitarian side of life, period. You even have that as your career. And connecting yourself from the physical realm to the spiritual realm is, I think you finished the whole Star of David kind of situation. What's above so below, the physical and the spiritual side of life. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Your Mark Jean. We're definitely gonna keep in touch again. And thank you. Honestly, good luck with everything. Good luck to your family. And I'm gonna definitely follow you and can't wait to celebrate your final stage of becoming a Jew. I know. I know. No, seriously, I'm really, really happy. I'm excited.
Thank you for having me, Marina.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
We say, I'm Yisrael Kai, which means the people of Israel live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give credit to the life of Israel. But you know me, I'm going to do it my way. You won't let Jacob be your ex long as you are alive. Pull up the wine and take a drink. Look calm cause you're my God. You are the